The new Distinguished Warfare Medal to honor pilots of drone aircraft ranks higher than a Bronze Star and a Purple Heart in the medal hierarchy, and this has angered both combat veterans and some members of Congress. Here with further details is Rick Rogers, blogger and creator of Military Headline News. Rick, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Who came up with this idea for this new medal and why?
Well, former Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, he announced the new medal on February 13th. He has subsequently retired. The reason behind it is the warfare has changed quite a bit over time. More and more cyber, being able to protect our computers has gained importance.
As you see it, there's been quite a backlash after this announcement a few weeks ago. What is at issue here?
What's at issue is the meritocracy of the medal. Right now it ranks above the Bronze Star and also the Purple Heart, and that has many veterans groups very upset, as well as members of Congress.
And remind us what the Bronze Star is for and what the Purple Heart is for, so that people can kind of see why there's some distinction going on.
Sure.
Here.
The Bronze Star is a combat medal, meaning you have to be in a theater, a combat theater, to get it. And of course, a Purple Heart is being killed or wounded in combat.
So these are boots on the ground, or you were actually in combat. But this distinguished medal, these are people. Where are they operating these drones from?
Well, they can be thousands and thousands of miles away. I understand that there is a place in an air base in Las Vegas where they often fly them from, so they don't even have to be in the same country or even on the same continent.
And they're typically not. My understanding is they're typically not, close by to Canada. What are some of our local Congress members, Darrell Issa, Susan Davis? What are they saying about this?
I know that Susan Davis recently co-wrote an article with another congressman in which she said that she has grave doubts about whether this medal should be ranked above the Distinguished Warfare Medal, should be ranked above the Bronze Star. Recently, Mr. Duncan Hunter,
Jr.,
Representative,
right. He released a statement yesterday.
He released a statement the other day, essentially laying out why he doesn't think that it should be on the same par as the Bronze Star.
Okay. And do you want to read a quote from him? Did you want to do that?
Let me see here.
We can come back to it while you're looking for that. One question that people would ask is, how difficult are these drones to operate? Is this on the same level? Would it be on the same level as let's say, a jet fighter pilot who relies on computers?
I don't know that I've never been in one of the operations centers, so I don't know. But I from what I've seen, I don't think that for the drone pilots they would have the same stresses on their bodies as someone who's pulling G's in a real combat jet.
So there may be some issue as far as the actual risk involved.
No doubt there's an issue so far as risk is concerned. I don't think that the risk of someone who is in line to get this Distinguished Warfare Medal is anywhere close to those on the line so far as a Bronze Star.
Tell us about this petition. There's a petition that you signed for the White House to get this ranking. Nobody's saying take away this medal, but they want the ranking, basically, for lack of a better word, changed. Tell us about the petition and where it stands now.
Well, not long after Secretary Leon Panetta announced this medal on February 13th, a person went to the White House website and decided that they needed a petition drive to get the Distinguished Warfare Medal ranked below the Bronze Star and also the Purple Heart in merit. So they want 100,000 people to sign up for this by March 16th. So far, there's 17,800 and some. So I don't think that they're going to reach their 100,000 goal.
Okay, we're going to have to end it there, but people can read Duncan Hunter's statement on our website. Military blogger Rick Rogers, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.